welcome to English lesson time. So, our topic for today is planning for the future. Before we get started, let's look into the learning objectives. So, by the end of this lesson, you should be able to list out 5 out of 6 keys to success. Besides, you should be able to answer 4 out of 5 questions given by the teacher. Alright, when we talk about future, it goes for anything from a job to a place you want to live or a trip you want to take. So, no matter how simple or difficult the goal is, you have to take steps to reach it. You may have heard your parents uses phrases like planning for a future or choosing a career. That thing seems unimportant to you because you are just trying to survive high school. When teachers, parents, and also other adults say plan for your future, what they really mean is actually for you to focus on what you really want. But when they say choose a career, what they really mean is for you to use your strength, your skills, your patience, your values, and also your interests to guide your choices. Planning is actually about doing what it takes to get to where you want to go. For example, if you wanted to throw a surprise party, you would plan it. You would take steps like choosing a date, making a guest list, inviting people, and buying food and decorations. It's the same with your future and your career. You pick a goal and then you figure out what you need to do to accomplish it and in what order. So, planning is really important. This is because the first one is by picturing your goals, you can be motivated and it will keep you focused. Secondly, planning how to reach your goals helps you set priorities and stay organized. Third, sometimes you need to do things in a certain order, so it's important to know where to start. So I suggest for you as a student, sit by yourself and then try to think, is it important for you to plan your future or it is unnecessary? In this role, there are a lot of successful person. I'm very sure that there must be a key to it. Therefore, I would like you to watch a video that I have prepared, and it is about 6 keys to success that you might want to follow. While watching the video, I would like you to take some notes from it. You are free to pause the video to read the text, and also, if you cannot catch up, you can rewind it and play it again. Alright, so I hope that you enjoy the video and you can get something from it. Remember that I told you to take some notes from the video, right? Now, I would like you to come up with a video of yourself talking about key success that are listed in the video. I already set up a platform for you to send the video, so after record the video, you have to submit it on Padlet. I already provide the link on the description below. Alright, we already talked about key to success. When we have key to success, we will have a successful person. So, in Malaysia, we actually have a lot of successful person which we might not know. So here I have a few lists of successful person which are from Malaysia. The first one is Sheila Amza. Sheila Amza was born on the 30th of August 1990 and raised in Kuala Lumpur. So her full name is Nur Shahila binti Amir Amza. She is known professionally as Sheila Amza. She is the first Malay singer to have found fame in the Chinese-speaking countries and has achieved record charts whilst at it. Growing up listening to Leslie Cheung and Anita Moy, she is able to sing in multiple languages, not limited to Malay, Mandarin, and English. She says that using YouTube has helped her build her exposure with her Southeast Asia fans and also allowed her to venture from the traditional way of signing with record labels. Having built a connection from Malaysia to China, she was presented with a special award from the Chinese government for building a friendship between the countries. Not only she is a cultural ambassador for Malaysia, she was also appointed as the country's tourism ambassador to China. Next, we have Yuna. Yuna was born on 14 November 1986 in Alustar, Kedah. Writing songs from the tender age of 14, she self-taught herself guitar and her initial exposure was via MySpace, where she uploaded her music that received over 1 million plays, where she then got signed with a management company in 2011. Yuna is more famous when she collaborated with Usher and it reached number 3 on the US Billboard charts. Now, we have Paper Plane Pursuit. They started off by 2 high school boys. Their name Paper Plane Pursuit came in 2019 after numerous name changes and consists of 4 members: John O, the lead vocalist, Drew Yap, drummer, Isaac Ravi, guitarist, and the chief bassist. Breaking into the US Billboard charts with their catchy hit Feel Good, they ended up staying on the charts for a total of 6 weeks, reaching number 30 on the list. If you haven't heard their hit single Feel Good, give it a listen. As a band, they have handled every aspect of business themselves, from writing to producing their music, marketing, and handling their own record label. Their biggest achievement was when 5 Seconds of Summer invited them to open for their show. Unfortunately, their band has decided to retire after a decade, with John O going solo, whilst the other members are helping build the next generation of local artists. Number 4, we got Ronnie Ching. Ronnie Ching is a comedian and actor born in Johor Bahru. His rise to fame started when he performed at a comedy festival in Melbourne in 2013 with Trevor Noah. Moving to New York to further pursue his dream, he was asked to audition for a role on The Daily Show, hosted by Trevor Noah. He has since then landed a role in Crazy Rich Asians and a Netflix stand-up special called Asian Comedy Destroys America. Move on to the next person who is successful and from Malaysia, which is James Wan. James Wan, a Malaysian-born Australian, is a producer and a film director that rose to fame as a co-creator to the famous Saw movies. He directed the first Saw and co-wrote the second, but also produced all 8 movies in the franchise. Making a debut in 2004 at the Sundance Film Festival, the movie started gaining tremendous success both internationally and locally in box offices. Currently, the Saw movie franchise became the second highest grossing horror franchise in the US. The talented filmmaker is known for his highly successful string of horror, action, and superhero movies, having directed Insidious 2010 and The Conjuring 2013, as well as the Hollywood blockbuster Furious 7 2015 and Aquaman 2018. Next, we have Henry Golding. Henry Golding is a name everybody is familiar with after his amazing acting performance in Crazy Rich Asians. Born in Sarawak to an Iban mother and English father, he moved back to England at the age of 8 to study before returning back to Kuala Lumpur at 21 to pursue on-camera roles. In 2014, he started hosting the travel show before landing the role of Nick Young in Crazy Rich Asians. He has since then landed a romantic comedy role alongside Emilia Clarke called Last Christmas. And the last but not least, Diana Chan. Crediting her parents for her interest in cooking, Diana grew up in Johor Bahru before moving to Kuala Lumpur, then Australia. In her late teens, is famous for winning MasterChef Australia in 2017. Having the passion for cooking traditional Peranakan or Cantonese dishes, she entered the competition coming out on top with the trophy of 250,000 Australian dollar and her dreams of opening a fresh and casual restaurant in Melbourne. Constantly being complimented by the judges for her flavorful and creative plating, Diana plans on having Malaysian influences in her dishes, embracing fusion flavors. There are actually many more Malaysians that inspire and motivate us to achieve our dreams. With their humble beginning and amazing success stories, I hope this will motivate you to do your very best as well. Don't lose inspiration during this hard time. So, since our topic is planning for the future, now I would like you to come up with a picture of yourself and what do you see yourself in the future. For example, if you see yourself as a teacher, you can put maybe a whiteboard behind your picture, or you can edit anything to show something that you see yourself in the future. So I suggest you to use canva.com to edit your picture, and here I will provide a video of tutorial on how to use Canva. Before you edit your picture, I would like you to watch the tutorial first, and then you can work on the picture that you want to edit.
Okay, so you just have to go to your browser and then type Canva English and search. Click the first website. So as you can see, I already logged in into my account. So if you don't have any account, you have to sign up to use this website. Okay, so let me sign out first. Okay, so if you don't have an account, you just have to create one. Okay, so for me, I already have an account. I just have to log in with Google using my email. Alright, so I already logged in. There's a lot of things you can do here. You can do your presentation slide, you can do poster, infographic, logo, resume. There's a lot of things you can do here. It's very useful for you. See, there's a lot of things you can do, right? So I want you to click on posters. Alright, so there's a lot of template here, but I just want you to create a blank poster because I want you to use your creativity to decorate your picture. Okay, so you can upload your photos here. You can also use the elements, the object. Okay, you can add text. You also can add audio and also video, but we don't use it for our task. Okay, and then you also can change the background. So for example, I want to use this one. Okay, so here it is. You also can bigger the size of the poster you want to see it, like how big you want to see it. So yeah, alright, so I want to upload my photos, and you also can resize your photos. See, you can resize your photo, and then maybe I want to add some text using this one. Alright, I want to move it to the bottom and change it to maybe I am a teacher, and resize it. So this is just an example, okay? You can play around here. You can add on things that you want to add. Maybe this one. You can decorate it. Use your creativity, okay? I want you to have fun by doing while doing this task, okay? Alright. So this is just an example, a very simple example. It's just a tutorial for you to know how to use this website, this Canva. So have fun doing your task.
After you finish edit your picture, save it to your file and then submit it on Padlet. And do submit it under platform task 2. So we are going to look into a short-term goal and a long-term goal. A short-term goal is something you want to do in the near future. The near future can mean today, this week, this month, or even this year. A short-term goal is something you want to accomplish soon. The examples of short-term goals are take a class, buy a new television, and write a resume. For a long-term goal, it is something you want to do further in the future. Long-term goals require time and planning. They are not something you can do this week or even this year. Long-term goals usually take 12 months or more to achieve. The examples of long-term goals are graduate from college, save for retirement, and have your own business. Tips for setting long-term goals. First, work backwards. Think about what you want to achieve, then plan steps going back to what you can do right now. Second, create a picture of where you want to be in life 10 years from now. Third, think about what you need to do in 5 years, in 1 year, and in 6 months to get to your long-term goal. Fourth, Write down what you need to do each month to achieve your goals. Fifth, after each monthly goal is achieved, look at your goals and adjust them as needed. Move on to prioritizing your goals. Prioritizing means that you decide what is most important to you right now. All of your goals are important, but it's impossible to work on all of them at once. Therefore, when prioritizing your goals, firstly, you have to choose what is most important right now. Second, focus mainly on that goal. Third, add additional goals as you become more comfortable with your efforts. Fourth, being flexible is important. Change your focus on goals as your life changes. Now, we will look into on how to identify your personal strengths. You may not be sure exactly what your personal strengths are. So how are you going to identify it? Firstly, you have to know yourself. Step 1 in my mind is to exercise some self-awareness and start evaluating yourself in order to make a few key determinations about your personality and general outlook on life. Put simply, this step could be described with the phrase know yourself. Who could be better than you in identifying your own strengths and weaknesses? Taking the time to better understand those strengths and weaknesses will help to provide some context or foundational background for you to then project forward to try and imagine what your future may hold. If you haven't previously taken the time to really evaluate where you stand as a person and analyze your own skill sets, strengths, weaknesses, and long-term objectives in life, then you are definitely holding yourself back from where you could be as an individual. Knowing yourself and taking the time to learn even more about yourself is vital in working towards maximizing your strengths. Second, ask a friend. Interestingly enough, some research out there that suggests the near opposite of the above. Perhaps others know you better than you know yourself. So ask your friends. Our friends have a solid window into our personality and often are as equipped to help us identify our strengths and weaknesses because they have a valuable outsider perspective. It is probably a good idea to take your own self-assessment, bounce that information off of a friend and compare notes. If there are areas of overlap, then you might be headed in the right direction. Third, find clues in your attempts and failures. As we all get older, the hope is that we also become more self-aware. Why? As we experience life in one-way direction, we ought to learn some things through the process of trying and failing. Through our failures, we become more equipped to recognize future hazards. But the important thing to remember is that in your failings, if you pay enough attention, you might be able to start identifying the weaknesses in your own life that may have a hand in those failures. And if you are smart, you will start trying to learn how to minimize those issues and maximize what you are great at so that you see a path to success start to develop. Fourth, analyze your successes. While failure can be a great teacher at times, success also begets more success. Any experience, whether positive or negative, can be a teaching tool for the individual if that individual is willing to utilize it. The key, of course, is to get into the thick of things and start finding ways to gain that necessary experience. Last but not least, maintain a hold on your identity. Whether you are trying to be a good student or a good son or daughter, it is important that you as an individual have an extremely strong grip on your own identity. Knowing yourself will be paramount in your aim to leverage those strengths in order to experience future success. So now we already come to our last activity, which is a video recording. The video that you will record must be around 2 to 3 minutes, and it must answer a list of questions that I have provided. The first question is, what is your planning for the future? Second question, what should you do to make it happen? The third question is, what is your strength? The fourth question is, what is success mean to you? And last but not least, whom do you admire most in the world? Same to the previous task, I would like you to submit the video on Padlet. But before you submit it, I suggest you to upload it on Google Drive and then copy the link and send it on Padlet. So, how do you do this video is by recording yourself answering the questions given. Alright, so I hope that you will complete all the tasks that I have given to you. So first, the task that you have is, you have to come up with a video of you talking about the key success that are listed in the video. The second task is, you have to come up with a picture of yourself and what do you see yourself in the future. The third, which is the last task, is a video recording of yourself answering questions that given to you. Remember to upload it on Padlet. The link is provided in the description below. So, after finish watching this video and complete the task given, I hope you can plan for your future because it is really important for you to plan for it. Planning for your future will make you to prioritize things that you need to do and your life will be more organized. So I hope that you will plan for your future wisely. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.